Walmart, one might assume that foods like bananas, or say, pineapple, or even a fatty fruit, a good fatty fruit, like avocado, might be better brain food than, say, Jimmy Dean pancake and sausage. But they'd be wrong.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jedediah Turner, and I am a scientist, a doctor. I received my doctorate from Wally World School of Science and Geniuses, an accredited university that you should respect. I have studied the biological interconnections between macromolecules and the brain, and food, and fat. I am a member of SICA, the Scientifically Credible Consumption Association, and we have been leading an important research project in which we have discovered that all fats are good for you. And we are going to tell you why with my wonderful companion here.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Woodford. I received my education from Khan Academy and then my specialty education at Trump University. I have a doctorate in neuroscience and food science. Currently, I belong to the Society of American Frontline Doctors and Big Brain Individual Society. I'm constantly a frequent medical consultant on the show InfoWars if you've seen it, and currently I'm studying the association between binge eating and peak physical and mental performance.
So let's break it down, folks. The axon is this long stringy-like portion of the neuron, whereas the neuron is the entire picture. Now, when your brain is telling your body to do something, it sends what we call an action potential down the axon to be passed on to other neurons to activate your muscles and your body. So this axon is very important for how fast your brain can react to things. So we have noticed in our studies with the Fat Brain group of science that there are these myelin sheaths which happen to be composed of lipids, which you might know to be fats. Myelin sheath is a glial cell which will wrap around the axon and essentially insulate the axon to increase the speed of your action potentials. So, the more myelin sheath you have, the faster your brain will go. Next slide, please. Now here we have the myelin sheath just a little bit zoomed in for you. And we have these small locations called the nodes of Ranvier, and they are essentially where the action potential jumps from. So the axon running through here, the action potential is going to jump from sheath to sheath. So, just as we said, the larger the sheaths, the larger the jump, the faster the brain. This is the myelin sheath formation process. Here we have step 1, the Schwann cell, cytoplasm, nucleus, membrane, neutrophils. Then we have the MES axon. Step 3, here we have this, and step 4 we have this. So this is the key step right here in step 4. If you are eating a good fatty diet like we recommend, this is where your myelin sheath will grow approximately 10 times larger than any other individual who's eating normal amount of fats. And here we have a microscopic image of one of our clinical patients from our experiments. And here you can see the node of Ranvier. Look at how large this myelin sheath is. It's just simply humongous, and it's made him just an absolute genius. He thanks us every day. He sends us a message. He's like, man, I am so grateful for everything that you guys are doing there at the Fat Brain group of science. Fat is good for you. There's not much else I can say. The science is here. It's up to you to listen.
In our 4-year-long study of the association between action speed potential and fat consumption, you'll notice a growth that, while on the lower end of the spectrum, with the amount of fats consumed being near 40 and in between 60, there's only a speed of action potentials up to 80. Now, once you'll see the growth happening over a 4-year period, you'll notice it rises up to 120. And notice the speed as well rises. Notice both the amount of fats consumed daily and the speed of action potentials rises. Some would say that's a coincidence. They'd be wrong. In a double-blind study that my associates and I conducted, we gave each one of our subjects an example of a fatty food, with the blue indicating our supposed good fats, and the orange indicating what we would call bad fats. Now, you'll notice there's a noticeable increase in brain function. 65% of the bad fats. Notice this is considered a bad fat. Your Big Macs, your Whoppers, your McRibs. Notice, however, with our good fats, only 35% of people notice subtle increase in brain function. Perhaps there are no bad fats. Perhaps our bad fats are maybe better than our supposed good fats. So yeah, after a 16-hour shift, you know, all you might need to keep your brain stimulated is just some Del Taco macho fries. I can feel my action potential is getting faster already. You may be thinking, I need to go home and I need to eat my daily dose of berries or something, or avocados or almond butter. Not really, no. The next time you feel bad about getting a Big Mac from McDonald's, consider ordering a second one. Consider a second one. You're doing yourself a favor.